everybody, and welcome back to the Traxion channel for another ACC track guide. We're fairly getting through these now, and hopefully you've been able to take away lots of fresh ideas from this series. This time we head to the beach on the west coast of the Netherlands, and the circuit Zandvoort. Last time I was on the beach in the Netherlands I got the worst sunburn I've ever had in my life, so I'm glad we're doing it virtually this time. I should point out that this circuit was one of the original ones on ACC, so therefore we'd have the older layout of Zandvoort before it was given a safety upgrade for Formula 1 use in 2020. For this episode we are back in the Porsche 911. I know it can be a tough car to drive at times, but with the right setup it can actually be incredibly intuitive, as well as faster in twisty circuits such as this one. Without further ado, let's show you the analysis. So here we are then for a lap of Zandvoort on ACC. As you head down to Tarzan hairpin, brake at the 100 metre board and stay as straight and far left as possible. Shift down to second gear, and as the inside barrier is about to disappear out of sight, start to turn in. Roll off the brake as you get closer to the corner in order to get the front of the car into the bank turn, hugging the white line as you go through here. Try to avoid the striped curbing as its angle can unsettle most cars. Get back on the power nice and early, usually about 2/3 of the way around the corner. Open up your steering and run all the way out to the exit curb. You can also use the bricked area that lies just beyond the curb, and if you carry good speed through the first turn you will probably find yourself using all of this. Through the left hand kink, focus on getting the car up onto the left curb in preparation for turn 3. If you get two wheels on the striped section you will have a nice angle to start braking, something you want to do before the end of the curb. Shift down to third, roll off the brakes as you turn in and try to avoid the inside curb if you can, hugging the white line instead. As you can see, when you do hit the curb it can throw the car out to the left and unsettle you into turn 4. However, on this lap I was able to keep the car online without losing too much lap time. If you avoid it, you should be in a nice natural position near the middle of the road heading into Hugenholtz. Turn back to the left and start braking just as the Assetto Corsa Competizione writing on the right hand side wall ends. Try to trail brake towards the inside for an early apex, close to the curb, as the natural camber of the corner should help hold you in nicely. Follow the white line round and get on the power as early as you can, utilising all of the exit curb. Try to straight line this section as much as possible, using the exit road and white area at the first kink and then hugging the white lines through the left and right, being careful to avoid the bumpy curbs. Let your car run up left through the right hand kink to prepare for the turn 8 braking zone. Here you want to brake and start turning slightly at the orange marking on the armco. Shift down to 4th and run into the corner at high speed. Don't worry about being in the middle of the road at the start of the corner, as you're aiming for a late apex. When the grip allows, increase your steering lock and apply full power to pull the car alongside the apex curb and fire you out towards the exit without understeer. Again, if you carry the right amount of speed through here, you should find yourself using the curbing on the exit. Stay as far left as you can through the kink in the road and brake straight after, optimising your entry angle for turn 9. Shift down to 3rd and aim to use all of the curbing on the inside. Just be careful with the extra chunk of curbing that sits on top, as this can sometimes unsettle the car a little. It can be quite tricky to judge your braking for turn 10. You need to be out to the left and start braking comfortably before you pass the corner sign found over the armco on the right hand side. The lack of reference points can be difficult, but when you get used to this corner the braking point feels reasonably natural. Entry to this corner is crucial, so make sure you have patience and avoid turning in too early or carrying too much speed. Aim for a relatively late apex at the end of the curb, avoiding actual contact with it as there is a very nasty bump. A late apex here allows you to get on the power at the perfect point, keeping the car somewhat to the right and hugely improving your entry into the painfully crucial turn 11. Hustle your car as far to the right as you can before the corner, and start trail braking just before you pass the orange marking on the armco. Shift down to 2nd and aim for another late apex. Make sure when you reach it that you can get the car all the way over the curb at this stage, as it will vastly improve your exit and allow you to get fully on the power earlier. This corner can probably be the trickiest to master and the most painful in terms of lap times and tyre wear if you get it wrong, so hopefully this will give you some fresh ideas. The main things to bear in mind are being patient on the throttle and aiming for that late apex curb. As you run out, use all of the exit. Move back over to the left for the chicane. Brake in a straight line just before the start of the entry curbing. Change down to 2nd and continue your braking slightly as you turn in, rolling off as you hit the apex. Aim for the corner of the first curb but avoid the raised top section as it can throw your car horribly to the left. The key here is not to overshoot the entry, holding the car to the right in preparation for the left-hander. Change direction and get on the brakes again, hugging the white line all the way through and applying the power about halfway around. You can use the bank curb on the exit to hold your car on the circuit and power out down towards turn 14. Here, brake on the left hand side before the orange marking on the right hand armco. Change to 3rd and aim to avoid the first apex, focusing on getting turned in for the later one. Getting on the striped curbing on the inside reasonably late in this corner really does open out on the exit, giving you a far quicker run into the Arie Luyendijk curve and pit straight during a race, which is crucial for overtaking opportunities. Cut the curbing as much as you need to on exit, just watch out as it's quite narrow. You do need to be precise with your placement to avoid touching the gravel. Stay out wide for a little bit, opening up the angle through the final bend. As you turn in, you are aiming to hit the apex midway through the corner, and for the right tyres to touch the white line at this stage. You will likely need to feather the throttle slightly on the way in to prevent understeer, but if you get it right you should be able to be fully back on 100% power before you even reach the apex. Open up the steering, use the exit curbing and fire down the main straight. And that's a lap of the old Zandvoort circuit. Let's play it for you now at full speed. So there we go. This place is incredibly rewarding when you hook up a lap, especially through the middle sector with the fast turns 8 and 9. The bankings are also satisfying to drive, and you need to use them wisely to find the time. Here's the lap time I set in this video, as well as a couple of laps for you guys to aim for. Am is a good starting place to be when you're learning the circuit, Pro Am is good for online racing, and the Pro time is the kind of time you'd expect the aliens to be setting in a qualifying session online. I'd say the main thing to watch out for, as I mentioned earlier, is the long, slow left-hander at turn 11. Impatience will cost chunks of time, so just practice it a lot, and start slow and get faster rather than starting too fast and slowing it down. Just before I go, here is my 10-second summary of Zandvoort's key points. Hug the inside through Tarzan like a mirrored NASCAR, use camber through Hugenholtz and power on early, carry speed in for late apex through 8, patience on entry for 10 and even more so through 11. Don't overshoot your entry to the chicane and hug the line on the exit, late apex through 14, be precise with your line through Arie Luyendijk curve. Thanks as always for watching, and we hope you enjoyed the video. If you found this guide helpful or even a hindrance, let us know why in the comments below, and subscribe to the Traxion channel for more exciting content in the future. In the meantime, keep it pinned and have a great day.